everybody, Erica Serwin here from Pink Buckaroo Designs, and today I have an updated Halloween hand sanitizer holder. I'm so excited about this. I make these every year and these are a very popular gift. Now, what's inside is Bath & Body Works hand sanitizer. They always come out with really cute Halloween bottles, so I always have to get them and update them with our new Halloween products. All right, well, let me show you how to make this. First, let me tell you that we are using two different stamp sets, Labels to Love. We're using the sentiment right here. This is from the Stampin' Up! Annual Catalog, as well as Timeless Textures, which is also from the annual catalog. We're gonna use the grid and this kind of tire tread, and then of course what I'm calling blood splatter. All right, so let's make the holder first. You're gonna need a piece of basic black cardstock that measures 2.5 by 11, and we're gonna score it several times. Now, just to let you know, this project was originally done on my Facebook Friday. You can find this PDF if you click on the link there in the description. Scroll under the third picture and you'll find it. Here's the project and all the measurements that you'll need. All right, so we've got lots of score lines here. We're gonna start with 1/2 inch, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 6 3/4, and 7 3/4. Now over here, if you look where you started, there's a small 1/2 inch section. Then we're going to die cut this section right here. And what I have found the best option for us is to use the smallest layering oval framelit, the scallop. So you're gonna cut that section right there, the second section. And I found that the scallops really kind of grip that sanitizer bottle and hold it the best. All right, so put it on your Big Shot. Run it through. Just gonna go back and there we have it. All right, so now once you have that hole there, go ahead and burnish carefully all your score lines. You can use your bone folder if you have it, or if you don't, you can just do like I'm doing and fold it with your fingers. All right, now once we've got those all folded, you can see how this is gonna kind of roll up and fold into the back side. See how that looks? And the best adhesive I recommend using is tear and tape. So I'm just gonna tear off a piece and put it right there. There we go. Now roll it in, and before you push it onto the back side, you wanna make sure that you have it square. All right, so take a look, and it's kind of wonky with that big opening there, so you have to be careful. All right, there, I've got it. Let me put it on its side so you can see exactly how I did that. All right, so there's the hole, the opening. And let's see, that goes right in just like that. All right, now before we decorate the front, you wanna get your basic black twine and loop it around and just tie a bow at the bottom. We're gonna adhere our cute little stuff to the front, and that's gonna hold this twine where it needs to be. So we wanna make sure that we do that ahead of time. Otherwise, it's gonna be hard if we glue that down and then we can't get the twine on there. All right, so let's set that aside and make our spooky little scene. You're gonna need a piece of Whisper White that is 2 3/8 by 3 1/8. And then I'm just gonna take my basic gray, actually this is not basic gray, smoky slate, and I'm just gonna kind of add in texture all over the place. And then let's see, we'll do one kind of across. Then I'm gonna take my Stays On Black, and the reason I'm using Stays On here is because Stays On is very dark, and I want to use Stays On for my bats. When you are using rubber, red rubber stamp, Stays On is great. When you're using photopolymer, you have to be kind of careful and make sure you clean them really quickly afterwards. All right, now here's the blood splatter. All right, we're gonna add some blood in here. Wouldn't the kids love this? All right, a little bit more. All right, there we go. And that's just the little dots, the drips on this texture stamp right there. I did that in real red. Okay, now let's make our little headstones. And this is the Christmas Traditions punch. It comes in the Christmas Traditions label box in the holiday catalog. And I've cut some strips of basic gray that are 1 1/4 inch wide. And I'm just gonna stick them in here this way because I just wanna punch the top. All right, see that? I'm gonna do it again over here. Now I didn't measure the length of these because when I put them on here in a minute, I'm gonna snip them off at varying lengths. But before I do that, I'm gonna take my Stampin' Sponge and some basic gray and just kind of ink those edges to give it kind of an aged look. All right, let's do both of them. Now these little hand sanitizers make a great little treat at Halloween time because they are $1. If you buy 5 of them, they're $1 each. So you can buy several for your office or for the kids in the neighborhood or for some friends, and it won't cost you too much. All right, so I'm gonna, whoa, got a line of dimensionals there. So I'm gonna put 2 dimensionals on here like this, and then I'm going to just see how long I want it. Put it right there, and then trim it off. And then I'm gonna do the same thing over here. And this time, this one's gonna overlap a little bit, so I think I'm gonna put the dimensional here on this side so it can be up off of the other one, and it's gonna be lower, like that. All right, trim it off. Now, of course, we need some spooky bats, and that's why we've got the spooky bat punch. And I'm gonna use our new black foil. Hopefully you can see, it's like patent leather. It's just beautiful. And I'm gonna punch out 3 bats. And let's see, before I put the bats, let's do the sentiment. I found that I could arrange those bats better once the sentiment was there. And for this sentiment, we have the everyday label punch that will punch the whole thing out, but I just want the saying. So I'm just gonna take my scissors or your paper trimmer and cut out, have a haunting Halloween, just straight cuts, nothing fancy. Just like that, a rectangle. And then I'm gonna put a dimensional on that. All right, down there. All right, and then let's use our mini dimensionals, which I don't have, so we'll use glue dots. I like to use lots of dimension on these projects, but we'll have to make do with our glue dot. And see how I kind of pushed him down in the middle and pushed his wings out a little bit? Looks like he's really flying away. There we go, like that. And one last little touch has to be our spider trinkets. These guys are cute. Now they do come with a little loop on it if you want to tie them on a project, but you can just take an old pair of scissors and snip that right off. It comes off, or it cuts very easily. And then I just take a glue dot and I tuck that little, the remaining little loop, just tuck right behind the sentiment. All right, there we go. So spooky. All right, now let's put some adhesive on the back. And we are ready to spook somebody with our drippy blood splatter. Well, let me get that. You want that bow right at the edge like that. Right there. And there we have it. A fun, spooky vampire blood treat. And can you tell what I forgot? Did you see the splatter right here? Let's do that. You guys, This is so fun. And it's probably good that I waited to the end because it takes a little bit to dry. This is Champagne Mist Shimmer Paint. And I'm just gonna take my, whoa, we got an awful bit of water coming out. A little bit of water from my aqua painter. And I'm going to just kind of splatter it across. All right, just like that. Now the more water you use, the more transparent it will be. All right, that's it for me. I hope you guys like this fun treat. Let me know what you think. And make sure you hop back to my blog to get the PDF and so you can make your own. Have a great Halloween. Bye.